is Davey Allison coming out of corner number 4. Mark Martin receives the white flag. There is one more lap to go. One more tour of the 1.017-mile oval at Rockingham, North Carolina. And Mark Martin, 30-year-old driver from Batesville, Arkansas, driver of the Strollite Ford, will win his first Winston Cup event. Here he is, moving through turns number 3 and 4. He sees the checkered flag ahead in the hands of Harold Kinder. He receives the checkered flag. Mark Martin wins.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. White flag next time around for the leader. And it is the Ford being driven by Mark Martin out of Arkansas that is staying up in front. Everybody harkens back to just a week ago when it looked like Earnhardt had it all locked up. And then last corner, last lap, Dale Earnhardt had to settle out of the win place and show. Final lap of the Pontiac Excitement 400. Mark Martin striving. He's been the strong car in the final day of practice yesterday. He's coming to the line. He is the strongest car of the day in the Pontiac Excitement 400.
Here it is. Mark Martin gets the white flag. One more tour. Oh, and Kyle Petty is spinning. And Jimmy Means stops behind him, and the yellow flag is out. This race is going to end under caution. But the leader did not take the caution flag, so it will be a dash to the finish line. There is Martin holding the advantage down the backstretch. He heads for turn number 3.
That's why spotters are so important, because there is someone up high, visibility all the way around the racetrack, telling Mark Martin, the track is clear, come on.
And there's the second place car on the right side of your screen. That's Greg Sachs. But here comes Mark Martin through the tri-oval. Mark Martin wins the Champion Spark Plug 400, the second Winston Cup victory of his career. Look at this battle. Wallace, Elliott, and Rudd in that order. And then comes Davey Allison. He has battled back from a long pit stop. The pit crew rolled the dice. They took a chance. They kept him in to make a major chassis adjustment on the car. He nearly lost a lap, getting out just in front of the pace car. He was almost a full lap behind, but he has moved through traffic. He has picked off his competitors. He took the lead from Dale Earnhardt a few laps ago, and now Mark Martin has less than a lap to go before he can claim victory here at North Wilkesboro. He brings the Folgers Ford off the 4th corner, and Mark Martin wins the Tyson Holly Farms 400. The Jack Roush crew celebrate, and well they should. They have done their job. They have put their driver in the winner's circle here this afternoon.
Going off turn 4 for the white flag. Mark Martin comes down, and Dawn Ford has the flag in hand.
One more lap to go for Mark Martin, who a year ago at this time lost out in his bid to win the Winston Cup. And when the season began, everyone thought that the Jack Roush team and Mark Martin would be a serious contender for the Winston Cup in 1991. But it hasn't happened that way. Mark came into this race today 6th in the Winston Cup points without a victory. He is, however, now within about a half a lap, less than that, a quarter of a lap from his first win of 1991. Here he comes off the corner. The checkered flag waves, and Mark Martin wins the Hardee's 500. This will be the first time he's ever won at Martinsville, and the white flag is out. One more lap around this half-mile racetrack that has been exquisitely prepared as per usual by track owner Clay Earls. Here is Mark Martin as we ride with him with a half a lap to go. Mark Martin wins the Haynes 500.
White flag for Mark Martin. That interval between first and second stays at almost 2 seconds. Mark Martin is going to put this one away for Jack Roush Racing. Mark Martin seems to be on his way right now to his second 1992 Winston Cup win, the first one at Martinsville. Only 3 DNFs on that team this year. 3 did not finishes. What a run he is having. Qualified 4th for today's race. Has run up in front. He's averaging 153 miles an hour, the old record. Checkered flag coming down. on a new track record. Margin of victory, 1 9/10 seconds for Mark Martin over Alan Kowicki. 7th career win for Martin.
There's the white. 1 more to go for Mark Martin. And what a great day for the Jack Roush Racing team. If they can finish this way, he'll have a 1-2 with Martin and Talladega.
Meanwhile, they're about abreast behind them. DJ Jones trying to get by Michael Walker, trying to outbreak him, and I believe he did it. He smokes the car right, he smokes the car, gets off the course a little bit, and loses a couple of positions.
Did the 40 car and the 98 car, Jerry Cope.
Got to give the ball to Wallace. He's run a good race. Kenny Wallace. Here's Mark Martin, the victory for the last time.
Don't you know this guy thinks this world this day was ever come in?
Yep. With the boy, he has Paul Martin. They come back to the first of the championships. And now they're pulling away. Back to the finish line first.
Headed for turn number 6, where we have seen many crashes today, including one early in the race involving Rick Hendrick at the injury. Off of corner number 6, now headed for turn 7. Enters it, comes on to the straightaway, sees the checkered flag, it's waving for him, he wins it. Mark Martin has his run to win, and Wally Dallenbach finishes in second. Jimmy Spencer third, and Bill Elliott.
To go. Here goes Mark Martin. He's coming down for the white, isn't he, Bob?
Yes, he is. And those shamrocks and horseshoes and every other kind of superstitious tool here in the Irish Hills appears to be working for Mark Martin, because he has less than 2 miles to go for a victory. The battle for second place remains close. Morgan Shepherd has it right now, but right there is Jeff Gordon. We look back on Jeff from Morgan's Citgo Ford. They both come off the second corner while Mark Martin is halfway down the backstretch. There's Dale Jarrett running again by himself. Wallace, Speed, and Musgrave continue to run nose to tail.
All right, Mark Martin is coming off turn 4 as we watch these guys go in turn 3.
And
here
Mark Martin, here he comes. He wins his 9th career NASCAR Winston Cup race in his 222nd start. Shepherd is second, then Gordon. Look at this battle. It is Musgrave. Oh, he got the position from both Speed and Wallace.
And I don't know who finished 5th. They're behind them on 6th.
There it is.
Yes, Rusty on the outside.
Tries to go to the outside in turn 1, but Mark blocks the way. Now Rusty will look high off of turn 2. They've got a half a lap to go. Wallace tries to make a move to the inside. He's going to make it to the outside. No, he can't do it there. It's going to be Mark Martin winning the Bud 500 over Rusty Wallace.
The white flag is out for Mark Martin right now.
1 more lap to go for Mark Martin. This will be his 11th career NASCAR Winston Cup win. It'll be his 4th of this year. And it's his first win ever at this grand old racetrack that has been hosting a NASCAR Winston Cup race on Labor Day weekend since 1950.
And Earnhardt took the white flag, so he will be credited with 4th spot, even though the car shouldn't get back, but it will get back. And Mark Martin wins.
Mark Martin's Express continues. He has won 4 in a row. Mark Martin continues to eat into the points lead of Dale Earnhardt for the 1993 NASCAR Winston Cup Championship.
White flag will be in the air. Passing flag at work. Wallace drops way to the low side. Martin will clear him, and that also sets a pick on Ernie Irvin. Where's Irvin going to go? No place. He can't. Kenny Wallace is there.
Kenny stand out of the way of both cars and let them race for it.
Irvin will have one more chance at Mark Martin. He is 3 car lengths back as they enter the final turn of the last lap here at Phoenix. Irvin looks to the bottom. Martin takes it up high, and Mark Martin will go to victory lane. A slick 5,500.
Here he comes down for the start-finish line, and the driver waves the white flag and says, Mark, you can do this one more time. Thank you.
Let's see what Ernie Irvin can do, if anything, on the last lap.
Well, he comes in pretty deep on the deck and tries to close some there, but it didn't make up much of a gain. He's not going to get enough of a run going on the straightaway to make much difference anyway.
think Mark would have to make a mistake at this point to pick up the ground he needs.
Will he begin a string of wins he did here last year? You recall that he won this race from the pole position last year. I hate to use the word inherited, but he was inherited when Kyle Petty and Dale Earnhardt had their collision. That is a win. Rusty and Mark rather went on a winning streak of 4 in a row.
Well, Ernie has picked up on him quite a bit. I think Mark is perhaps just being conservative, but Ernie has gained on him quite a bit, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much with it. Mark put his hand out the window going down the back straightaway and said, just relaxing like a Sunday afternoon ride.
This is turn 10. One more to go for Mark Martin. Now into turn number 11, and Mark Martin wins his 13th career victory and his first of 1994. Mark Martin wins the Bud of the Glen.
He sees the white flag. 1 lap to go. Mile and a half of racing for Mark Martin. About to record lap win number 2 in 1994. Onto the backstretch. Checks up the mirror to see who's behind him. Now into turn 3. Into turn number 4, off the corner, looking for the checkered flag. Mark Martin wraps up the 1994 NASCAR Winston Cup season with a victory here at Atlanta. Mark Martin wins the Hooters 500.
We're coming down for the white flag. 1 more lap to go in the Winston Select. Martin looking for it. Here they come at the line. The white flag out, 1 lap to go. Mark Martin temporarily takes the lead with Jeff Gordon right behind him. Morgan Shepherd will line up beside Dale Earnhardt for 3rd.
Oh, and Morgan gets the car out of shape. He and Earnhardt get together.
The roof flaps do their job. Don't hit him. Hit the wall.
Meanwhile, he got a race back to the line. And he backs across the racetrack.
And Sterling Marlin avoids him.
He just slowed down and got out.
Here we go. It comes down now to a battle between Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon off of corner number 4. Looks to the inside as they come to the tri-oval. Lead them down, however, he's got the advantage. And there's the checkered flag. Mark Martin wins the Winston Select 500. Gordon is...
Dallenbach has radioed the crew to have oxygen ready in 1 more lap when this race is over. Obviously, the young man is becoming ill from inhaling the fumes coming from that car, but on the other hand, with just 1 more lap to go, he can hang in there and finish the race. Mark Martin is on the final lap. Go ahead.
Sorry, the Dallenbach car has begun smoking again. About 3 laps ago, it was smoking heavily like it was before, so I'm sure that's what he's breathing, and that's not much fun in this kind of heat.
Mark Martin is headed down the backstretch for the final time, looking toward the inner loop. There is Wally Dallenbach in 2nd spot. And everybody in single file through here. No positions being battled for on the last lap. But now we see Spencer and Coke and Mayfield side by side, and Waltrip. Oh, and Jimmy goes over the curves and
Spencer goes around here. Waltrip gets on through it. Derek Cope gets through it. Spencer out in the grass. He's going to come back. He's going to lose about 4 or 5 positions. He's spun it around again.
Well, while all that is going on, Mark Martin comes through corner number 11, and Mark Martin is 3 for 3 at Watkins Glen. He has won the 10th annual Bud of the Glen. It's his 16th career win, 3rd on a road course, and 3rd in a row here at Watkins Glen. And 4 of the last 5 road course races have now been won from the pole.
Here comes Mark Martin, by the way, off of corner 4, receiving the white flag. There's just a lap to go. Mark Martin on his final tour of the 5/8 at North Wilkesboro. And he started second and comes home a winner here this afternoon. Becomes the 5th driver to win a short track race in 1995. It's his 5th short track win and his 17th career victory for Mark Martin, winner of the Tyson Holly Farms 400.
Here's the Earnhardt car moving in. Remember, he's 3rd, Rudd is 4th, Dale Jarrett is 5th, Sterling Marlin 6th, Ward Burton 7th. As we get down to the white flag lap at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. This for 2nd.
Got a good battle going right there.
Into the last one. Earnhardt swings to the outside from 43rd position. He began his charge dead last on the field. Up the outside, and he's on his way. Back comes Terry Labonte, giving it everything he's got. But Earnhardt has him for 2nd. Coming to the line. It'll be number 6. Mark Martin across the line. And Earnhardt coming home in that 2nd spot. He has cut Gordon's point lead to 2:05 this afternoon. Checkers are flying at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for Mark Martin.
It'll be a good last lap here. Here they come toward the start-finish line, and the white flag is showing. We got one more lap, 2.52 miles to go.
Wow. Remember last year, Mark Martin looked like he had this thing won, got down to the carousel, slipped, and Dale Earnhardt got by. Now he's got to get around this course, make every shift, at every breaking point.
Drop back to the 18th. So, to the 21st position. Last car will be left. Not the last car, but the 21st position.
Turn 5, up the carousel, turn 6. This is right where Mark Martin last time slipped. This time he's dead on the outside. Turn 7, he makes it confined. Remember Rusty Wallace making a mistake here earlier, turn 7? Smoking the tires. Jeff Gordon drives and they're hard.
Oh, it really closes up now. They've got the S's to go. Let's see what happens. Gordon tried to go to the inside. Couldn't make it happen. His last shot to pass will be down into turn 11. Mark Martin trying to break a 42-race winless streak. His last victory was in Charlotte in October of 1995. He didn't win a race all during 96. Here they come up through the S's now. Turn 10, and they're headed for that final opportunity. The best passing place is coming up. Jeff Gordon closes right in. He looks like he may try to go to the outside and pass Mark Martin. He's not going to do it, though. He gets sideways coming off the corner, and that allows Mark Martin to take the checkered flag and win the St. Mark's Supermarkets 300. And congratulations to Mark. The drought is over.
The start-finish line, of course, is down toward turn 1. And the white flag is about to come out. One more lap to go for Mark Martin. Earnhardt's right behind him, then Bobby Labonte, then John Andretti, and Jeff Gordon.
And Doyle Ford, for the last time at Talladega, waves the white. He announced today he's retiring after the Coca-Cola 600. What can they do? Here they come. Backstretch, last lap.
Let's see what movement someone makes, if any. Earnhardt takes no action at the moment. Everybody staying in line.
Yeah, he's got it to the full board, Bob. I don't know what he can do.
Now he looks to the inside slightly in turn number 3, but there isn't a great deal he can do. He has to stay tucked in behind Mark Martin. They come through turn number 3, headed for turn number 4. Now on to the tri-oval. Earnhardt looks to the inside. Jeff Gordon is going outside, now inside. No moves here. Mark Martin comes down and makes it 2 in a row. Martin wins the Winston 500. Earnhardt, Bobby Labonte, John Andretti, and Jeff Gordon finish in that order.
I'll be just sitting there waiting for those guys to make any kind of mistake.
And the white flag has just come out for Mark Martin. Less than 2 miles to go for Mark as we continue to watch this battle. Back here, and we have Hut Strickland slowing down the backstretch. He's running in 26th position, or was.
Probably out of gas.
That's Jerry Bradbury in the 78 car that lets Mark go right on by.
Mark Martin is up at the north end of the racetrack. Looking good off of corner number 4. And the checkered flag is waving. From 2 laps down, Mark Martin wins the DeVilbiss 400 at Michigan, his 3rd win here at this racetrack, and his 21st career win, his 12th on a super speedway. And there's celebration in the Jack Roush pits.
A stop at lap 300 has 4 laps fresher tires, but he let Bobby get on by.
Earnhardt in second, about a half a lap back. Kyle Petty in third, led the most laps today.
There is the race leader. White flag already out for Mark Martin, who has 12 top 10s here in 22 starts. But finally, in his 23rd try in NASCAR Winston Cup competition, Mark Martin wins at Dover Down Speedway in Delaware, his 4th win of the year.
Mark is in turn number 4, coming onto the tri-oval and looking at the white flag, indicating a mile and a half left. And he wins the inaugural Las Vegas 400. It'll be his 23rd career win if he can pull it off. Let's see what happens on this final lap.
Jeff Burton gains 2 tenths of a second again that last lap. We can see Jeff Burton behind the 2 lap cars of Schrader and Bobby Hamilton.
Mark Martin goes on to the backstretch. He's halfway around. Burton indeed is coming on strong, but I'm not sure he's got enough to do it. It doesn't look like he will. Mark Martin now in turn number 4. Here he is. The crowd is on its feet cheering for the winner of the inaugural Las Vegas 400, Mark Martin.
White flag in the air. Same gap as they go back to turn 1. No traffic ahead. Mark Martin, veteran of the Roush team. Chad Little just joined it this year. Roush had all 5 cars in the top 10 once already this year. 4 in the top 10 another time. He's going to get a 1-2 finish. Mark Martin wins the Texas 500. Chad Little finishes second.
The battle rages down the backstretch. Benson and Jeff Bodine are side by side, and the white flag is coming out for Mark Martin. 1 more lap to go for Mark. It's now a little over a second advantage that he has over Jeremy Mayfield. But again, Mayfield having his best race ever in NASCAR Winston Cup competition. His best career finish 3rd twice here in 1998 at Daytona and at Atlanta. He's running second right now, and Mark Martin is at the end of the backstretch on the final lap. Mark Martin has the car in turns 3 and 4, looking for his 25th career win. He started in 3rd position this afternoon, comes home first, and wins the 2nd California 500.
Looking at John Andretti, who came back from a practice crash this weekend to run in the 20th position. White flag. 1 lap to go.
Right on the bottom of the racetrack, Mark Martin has been flawless today, and when he got the lead, he never looked back anymore.
He looked back and saw those guys racing side by side for just a moment and said, hey, that's good. I'm going on.
Moving up on Gary Bradbury. There's Dale Jarrett in second place by 0.8 of a second over Jeff Gordon. And the point leader, Jeremy Mayfield, he's on the lead lap in 5th. To the checkered flag for the 26th time in his Winston Cup career, Mark Martin. And for second, Dale Jarrett. For 3rd, Jeff Gordon.
I would think we'll probably see a more emotional Mark Martin in victory lane than we've seen. White flag. And the other 4 victories this year.
He has won at Vegas, Texas, California, and Michigan. All of those, of course, those are super speedways. He's about to chalk up a short track victory. Mark Martin wins the Goody's Headache Powder 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Meanwhile, it will be the white flag for Mark Martin as he gets set to come out of turn number 4 and head to the stripe. There he is, starting on the Bud pole today. The 76 bonus is $22,800 if you win the race starting from the pole. It would be Mark's 2nd straight win from the pole in this MBNA Gold 400. his 28th career win. Mark Martin looking for checkers. They fly for him here at the Monster Mile. Jimmy Fennick, you and the guys did it nicely.
All right, here he is, Mark Martin. Among his wins this year, this will be one of the most important. Every win counts, that's for sure. But to win at Charlotte, the most critical audience you will race in front of, they say, is the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It all started Winston Cup racing, NASCAR racing in Carolina Clay. To run that dirt, it made such a difference, and so many of those great early stars came from here. They'd go down to the beach for speed weeks in February. And now, it has become the focal point.
Last lap, you're watching Mark Martin go down the back straightaway into turn 3. Looks like every other lap, right on that white line as he comes down off turn 4.
Add another dimension to the tradition of Charlotte. Mark him as a 3-time winner of the UAW GM 500. Mark Martin of Batesville, Arkansas, has collected this one.
White flag will be in the wind this time around. This battle's far from over. It still has a mile and a half to go. White flag for Martin, Jarrett, Labonte, and Burton. Still a dogfight. And for second, Dale Jarrett has company. Bobby Labonte's right there.
Bobby Labonte's got one chance as they go down into turn 3. Looks to the bottom side, right on the back bumper. I don't know.
Mark Martin, 30th career Winston Cup victory. Jarrett second, Labonte, Burton. Then it's Mayfield, Skinner, Terry Labonte, and Bodine with Bobby Hamilton in a photo finish. Rusty Wallace behind them.
Looking back towards Dale Jarrett, now 8 seconds behind the leaders. Mark Martin comes to the stripe, white flag. One more lap here at the Monster Mile. It will be Mark's 31st career NASCAR Winston Cup win, his 21st on super speedways, and his 3rd consecutive win in the September running of the MBNA Gold 400. Mark Martin and Roush Racing heading back to Victory Lane here at Dover Downs Speedway in Delaware.
White flag is out. One more lap to go for Mark Martin. Trying to set a record here and become the 8th different winner in 8 races to begin the 2000 season. He's less than a half a lap away from victory.
No contest. Nobody close to him. Here he comes.
Mark Martin wins the Goodies Body Pain 500 at Martinsville.
He has only led 42 laps. Jimmy Johnson led 263. Ricky Rudd led 49 laps.
And he's catching the car in exactly the right places. He gets his nose down under him, puts the car between he and Kenton. 1 to go, baby. Flag. Mark, you are the man tonight.
Mark Martin has never won the Noble $1 million bonus. This is his 9th try at it. He hasn't won since April of 2002. Agonizing years.
Boy, he's got just a little bit more traffic here. Here comes Kansas.
He's got a lot of traffic.
Kansas is in worse shape. He's hung up back here as well.
Mark Martin has never won the 600 in Charlotte. He has now. Now he has. Mark Martin wins the Coca-Cola Racing Family 600.
That's what he's doing. Jeff Gordon and Jeff Gordon battling for 5th. Battle for 5th. And Jimmy Johnson ends up in 7th. Look at this group. Boy, that is a happy bunch.
Just keep working on him. Just keep working on him. No, no, not now. Not there. I thought that 12 car was going to get in his way. Maybe he's trying to diamond the turn. White flag. Bugs working on him. This could be close. He got him up off the bottom. Tony's loose right there.
I believe Dale Earnhardt Jr. got a little bit loose off too that time too, Dale.
Does Jr. have room on the bottom? He's going to try to make it fit.
It's going to be a drag race to the line here for second place as Mark Martin takes the checkered flag.
Tony Stewart beats Dale Earnhardt Jr., but he finishes 3rd.
Good job. Good job.
Last lap at Kansas.
There's the cat in the hat.
I think Mark's got plenty of buffer right now between him and Biffle.
Looking to get by Dale Jarrett.
And Jarrett does move over. Let Mark go. 0.6 of a second back to Biffle. I don't think Greg can catch him.
Last week we asked Mark
about his 34 wins, what the next one would mean. He said he really didn't care about the next race win. He just wanted the championship. But he's going to get the win. Win number 35 for Mark Martin.
Well, Mark started on the pole, and we knew that sooner, you know, he's had 3 poles this year. We knew he was going to win a race sooner or later. This is great. Hadn't won since 2005. New team, new driver. White flag in the air.
Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. One more.
Like Mark needs to be told, nice and smooth. He's got a 1-second lead. He's got half a lap to go.
I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be a popular win with the fans and with the competitors. I can guarantee you that.
And I'm really happy for Rick Hendrick, because this 5-car, it's been a while since it won a race, and Rick really is proud of this opposite way that Gustafson and Mark have. Good job, Mark.
Well, we had a battle for third with Kurt Busch in that 2 and Jimmy Johnson, but Kurt Busch prevails.
I love driving y'all's car. Thank you.
Mark Martin won the 1993 Southern 500. He has 25 top 10s here. This is his 43rd Darlington race, and he's on the money lap.
1 to go.
Has a pretty clean racetrack in front of him. There's one car out there about 4 or 5 car lengths. He's halfway down the back straightaway now.
What a great night for him and his team. He can almost coast home from here.
Man, I think we're going to make it.
I think
the old man, Mark Martin. 2nd win of the season, 2nd win at Darlington. Mark Martin wins at Darlington.
That's again. Big. That's big, boys.
Call, guys.
White flag is out. Jimmy Johnson's out. Jimmy Johnson is out of fuel. Biffle leads. White flag in the air. This is the last lap.
Biffle may be the new Silver Fox.
Well, hang on. We got a long way to go. You got Mark Martin sitting right there. Mark just moved to 2nd.
Biffles, he looks to be slow.
He's slowing.
Come on.
Is he slowing?
He's off the pace.
He's off the pace.
Here comes Mark Martin.
Oh, he's barreling.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at Biffle.
He's shaking it. He just went to the switch.
Here comes Mark. Oh, no.
Half a lap from the finish. Mark Martin to the lead.
Incredible.
Does he have enough fuel?
This is drama, dude. This is...
Oh, yeah, he can coast from here.
Out of
He's
4.
got it.
Biffle's going to coast.
He's got 4 wins here and another one today. Mark Martin takes the checkered flag at Michigan.
Come on, guys. Woo!
That's why you love racing.
Come on.
Gordon trying to come back on the bottom.
And this is what Mark wants to see in his mirror. He wants to see those guys racing like heck behind him.
Stewart up to 4th. Here comes Tony. Remember how far back he started tonight. Way deep in the field. Stewart began in 32nd tonight, running inside the top 5. Here we go. White flag is out.
I'm telling you, these guys chasing Mark Martin better be glad it's not another 100 laps in this race, or he'd lap them all. Casey Kane had a great night. How about Tony Stewart?
Look at
as far
Stewart.
back as 17th after that pit stop has driven back to 4th. What a great run. What a great
Coming
run
to the
for Mark
checkered
Martin.
flag. Mark Martin takes the win. Jeff Gordon finishes in 2nd.
And that's $1 million from Lifeline, people.
Coming down for the white flag, this time by Mark Martin, trying to hold off and hold on to a 5-car length advantage for the white flag. Martin has never won a race at New Hampshire.
See Kyle Busch there on the outside of Jimmy Johnson, trying to take that 4th spot away. Got a spin off of turn 4. He's already taken the white flag.
So they'll race back here to the checkered flag.
Caution's not out yet. They're still racing. No caution yet. They got cars sitting here. They're going to have to throw the caution. Still not out.
Still not out. It's going to come into the checkered flag.
Oh, really? Now the caution's out.
Coming to the checkers. Coming to the checkers.
And it is officially over.
Watch out. Watch out.
The caution's out. You got the win.
As soon as that caution comes out, the field is frozen, and so Mark Martin was automatically the winner.